What is going on? Welcome to the channel. Alright, so we are here on 66. We're actually on the off-ramp for 66, trying to get onto it. Welcome to my morning commute. It's really busy, so we're gonna see how FSD handles the morning commute this morning here. So starting with this off-ramp here, I've got FSD engaged. It's merging its way in. As you can see, 66 is jam-packed right now, and as it always is in the morning. And yeah, let's see how my commute goes today. Hopefully it's smooth. I may have to take over depending on the behavior of FSD. Not sure what this Tesla is doing in the middle there, but yeah, here we go. So my goal actually is to stay in this right lane as long as possible, since I know how it goes in the mornings and these two lanes always get backed up. So let's see if that happens. I'm gonna try to continue forward, still FSD enabled. Great to see it working on the highway instead of using navigate on autopilot. Still doing a great job about slowing down in time, taking curves and bends, and just having like a really deep, lane guidance, and getting in and out of lanes safely when it has the space and time. So you can switch lanes when you feel comfortable. But notice how these left two lanes are so backed up and they're not moving, and I'm just sitting in this right exit lane trying to cut off as much traffic as possible. Oh, look at that Polestar up there, which looks really nice actually. Wow, that's a coupe. Wow, that looks sweet. Look at that thing. Not bad. Like to see more EVs out on the roads. Very cool. So this lane will be, exiting here in about 1,000 feet, and I'm gonna have to merge over. But my goal is to try to get in front of as many people as possible, because I just want to get to work on time. And the reason for this, I don't know why it always backs up like right here, but basically as soon as the exit passes, it clears up, and people are moving 60-70 miles per hour then. So hopefully this comes to fruition. Notice that Tesla got out of the way. So the people in the lane in front of me, behind me, pretty much doing the same thing, because it's just hectic here in the morning, and people are kind of sleeping and eating and drinking coffee in their car. And I like to do all that once I get to work. I like to enjoy the road when I'm on the road. Alright, so exit is coming up here really soon, so next opportunity I will find. I'm gonna go ahead and clock on the indicator and see if it recognizes somewhere where it can merge for me. Let's see if I can get it to merge. Here we go. Alright, so FSD got me out of the lane right in the nick of time. As you see, the exit is coming up here to my right. So I would have had to either take the exit if I didn't give it any input, or kind of wait over there to try to merge in. So I try to do that like last second here. But yeah, as you can see, 66 is a cluster in the morning. It gets pretty hectic, but for some reason, right after exit 69 right here, it tends to clear up. So let's see here now if we can speed up a little bit. So we're gonna try to get into the left lane here. I did flick my indicator since I selected minimal lane changes, since I didn't want to get out of that right turn lane over there. Now we are finally moving a little fast. See, right as soon as that exit hits, people learn how to drive all of a sudden, and now my commute is pretty pretty good for the rest of the way. At least I'm moving and I'm not sitting in any traffic. Now, I actually go down 7. It's telling me to take the toll road, but I'm not going to do that. But yeah, as you can see, it's really smooth handling itself. I just had a little bit of input as far as changing lanes goes, but other than that, no input. FSD handling my morning commute really well. This could be what your morning commute looks like. If you like to relax in the car, you know, use your mental energy towards something brighter than focusing on pedaling and steering, then as you see here, FSD can handle it for you, and it's doing a fine job at it too. It's holding up with traffic, it's keeping up the speed. Notice how everyone's going fast now. I don't know why that's the case every morning, but yeah. So check it out, we're going to be taking an exit here soon. I'll let you see how FSD handles taking the exit, and then yeah, that should be the conclusion to the video here. So you can see kind of the main portion of my commute here. Alright, so our exit is coming up next after 67. So let's see if we can go ahead and merge in here after this car. Alright, one lane switch over here, and then FSD should take this lane switch by itself here last second. No, it didn't, and I had to do a takeover. Not sure why. Oh my gosh. I did plug in the address last second there, but usually it's snappy enough to figure that out. So alright, here we are on the exit. Unfortunately, FSD didn't recognize that I needed to turn, so I had to take over, but I re-engaged as soon as I got on, and notice how as soon as I got off that exit, I switched lanes, and it did a really good job, just like I would. Look at this Ionic Q right here. Very cool. Ionic 6. Man, I'm loving seeing all these new EVs on the road. I don't know if I would get one since I'm a fan of Tesla cars, but I wouldn't be opposed to driving a different EV down the line. You know, it's for now, I know for like at least 5 years I'm gonna be in this, but probably, you know, we'll see what the EV slate looks like 5 years from now. It's so unbelievable to see how it's changed over the last 3 years even. I have a coworker that just bought a Model Y. He's been looking at EVs for a while, pretty much this whole year, since the beginning of the year, and I kept telling him that, you know, in 90 days everything is going to look different, and every 90 days it's been like a whole new slate of price cuts, new cars, tax incentives, interest rates going up, this, that. So it's just been really crazy, and it doesn't sound like things stay the same. So yeah, that's one thing about Tesla, is that it's always evolving and it's never the same. So like whatever you learn about it today probably changed by now, and it's constantly evolving. For example, the highway FSD that you just witnessed, that came with version 11. So before that, there was Navigate on Autopilot, which if you don't have FSD, it's probably what you're using if your car can lane switch. And that's just like a little bit more advanced version of Autopilot, or you could say a little bit dumbed down version of FSD. Now, FSD is the same stack of software that's used on this road and highways. So it doesn't switch. Like back in the day, it used to switch like into highway mode, then into regular traffic mode. Now it's just one system. And since they introduced it, it's only been a couple months. It's been working pretty flawlessly since, but it's constantly evolving. It's always changing. We're receiving updates every couple months to make it better, and that's pretty cool to know that there's a team, autopilot team, that works on this to kind of work out all the bugs and stuff, so we can have the safest drive possible. So yeah, shout out to them. It's amazing to see FSD work in the real world. It shows me that Tesla is not only working on this for people that drive Tesla cars, but for everyone. Notice everyone is on the map here. They're accounting for everyone. The goal is safety for all here. So it's pretty amazing to know that Tesla is solving real world AI, whether or not you drive a Tesla. So yeah, you know, it's like nice to know to have these like features in your car that can, you know, help prevent situations or kind of act in situations. All right, so we're gonna have to take over there. It's gonna try to get me on the beltway here, which I'm not trying to do. So there we go with the re-engage, so it doesn't just take the exit for me. And that was my fault. I should have switched that out since I don't want to go that way. That's another PSA too, is FSD Tesla navigation. It's not a psychic. It's gonna go what it thinks the best way is, whether or not you want to go that way. So make sure you know your routes and yeah, learn your ways. So you know, test it out one time to see what it's prone to do, see what it automatically reacts to. So